Hello, everyone. This is Andrew Pond, Artistic Director of Eclectic Full Contact Theater. I'd like to welcome you to this special trailer for our first episode of our new anthology series, The Half Hour Audio Hour. Launching January 10th will be Breakz by Cris Eli Blak. It tells the story of Alfie X, a young rapper dealing with the fallout of making a very out-of-character statement after the police shooting of another unarmed black man. This is an interview with two of the actors, Justice Hall, who plays Alfie, and Jacquelyn Haas, who plays Imani, the activist who gives Alfie advice. Enjoy their perspectives on the story, characters, and the process, then tune in January 10th to hear the finished product. First question is, so what drew you to this particular project?
Well, I was actually offered this role, or to audition for this role, after I had auditioned for another eclectic theater production, Deep Shadows, and I was offered the part of Michael in that production. And after getting that part, then I was presented with the script for Breakz, and I read it was just a rap, and I was kind of nervous because I'm not a rapper. But I did the rap audition, and then I was offered the role of Alfie. And after reading the script and going through it, I was like, this is stuff that is my life, as a black man and from America, and all the turmoil that we have going on right now. So it kind of spoke to me.
Once I received the script and, once I started reading through it, I was like, oh my gosh, there's certain things that I definitely have in common with Imani. Again, as I had mentioned prior on our first rehearsal, how my character struggles with her university education. I've gone through very similar struggles. And regarding the other side of it, I've always personally had an extremely strong sense of justice and injustice. And I can say it's literally taken me all of my life to reconcile, my brain around the fact that there are a lot of injustices in this world. And quite frankly, even now, even today, I'm still amazed. I am still utterly amazed at just how terrible some issues and some things can be. So for me, this is something that I know I definitely needed to do.
Excellent. So the next question is this the first audio drama you've ever performed in? And if so, what was it like to do that? And if not, how did this experience compare to any others that you've participated in?
This is not the first audio drama for me. I actually just recently completed the audio drama, The Miseducation of John Mark, where I play the Mayor Bigsby, some shady politician, which is something that I'm familiar with. And so the difference between the two is that with that drama, I was sent the script and I just recorded my part, and I gave 2 takes and then sent it back. So we had our first initial meeting was introducing the cast, and we talked over Zoom, and the director and the writer spoke about the piece and what their thoughts were on it. And then after that, it was everyone go to your corners and do your thing. And then I got to hear the finished audio. So that's the difference with this. We're actually all together vibing off of each other, and it's a whole different kind of energy. So yeah, this was exciting.
Cool. Jackie.
Well, technically, yes, this is my first audio drama. Now, however, though, prior to this, I was cast in Eclectic Theater's Mother Goose Lost, and I was, hey, Mother Goose. Now, technically, if you want to be technical, that was actually the first time that I did any kind of, production / voiceover over Zoom. And let me tell you, I was a bundle of nerves because, again, with the pandemic and everything, I thought to myself, oh my gosh, can I do this? Okay. I'm like, okay, how can you transfer from the stage and transfer to the computer? But I mean, it honestly, it ended up being just an awesome experience. And, I learned in the meantime, I picked up another computer skill because I am unfortunately really computer challenged. so I'm always, like, okay, is this working? Okay, wait, did I press this button? Wait, did something, did the computer die? So, anyway, no, it's honestly, this has been, for me, this has just been a great experience. And I can't say how much the fact that I'm even still able to work during this very difficult time, even, through a computer is utterly amazing. Because if you had told me a year or some change ago that I would be acting through a computer, I would have looked at you like, what? Oh, wow. Yeah.
Well, that slides very nicely into the next question. What challenges did you face during this process? So Jackie, your challenges were technology.
Yes. Yes.
I can imagine. Justice, what challenges did you face?
Well, for me, there were no technical challenges, thankfully, because sometimes the internet on this side of the world is a little choppy. But it was pretty good. Only thing was just me being loud, which kind of annoyed my wife from time to time. Yeah, it was good.
Well, and just because people don't necessarily who are going to be listening to this don't necessarily know, you're 9 hours ahead of Chicago. You're in Turkey.
Yes, I am on the other side of the world in Turkey. Currently, it is 11:30 right now.
So that's a challenge right there. Well, then we touched a little bit on this, but just in case you have anything else to say about it, what similarities did you find between yourself and your character, and what differences might there be between you?
Well, I mean, there's a ton of similarities, and the fact that one, his name, it's not my name, but I actually have an uncle named Alfie, who a lot of my family members say I look like, actually. Huh. So that's pretty cool. We're both Black men. We're both in our 30s. We're both creative people. I'm a poet and a writer, and Alfie's a rapper, which is a poet with more beat and more rhythm. Yeah. We're both tired, frustrated, angry at seeing Black men continually being killed by cops, by other Black people, just in general, the assault that we still have to endure, and the conversation that we still have to have about how to stay safe. That's one thing. And we're both a little stubborn, so sometimes the things that we want to do, we don't fully think about the effect and consequence that it might have on others. I want to do this because I feel that this is the right thing to do. Damn the consequences, and so that stubbornness is one, which is what pushes us to excel and succeed and stand out, but it can have a negative effect as well. And along with that, we don't mind sacrificing the fortune and the fame in order to stand up for what we believe is right. So,
Jackie.
Well, for me, since I sort of already touched on definitely some of our similarities,
right.
I can honestly, some of the only few differences between me and Imani is, unfortunately, I did not have a chance to go to an Ivy League school. It's funny because after I graduated with my BFA in May 2019, I was kind of on the fence. I was going back and forth trying to decide, okay, should I go and, pursue an MFA? But, I have this wonderful BFA. Maybe I should just, put myself out there. I know it may sound like a stretch or a reach, but it's my own like personal little, dream. I had always wanted to go to Yale drama school, honestly. So, that bit that Imani has when she's like, when she's so proud, I'm an Ivy League girl, that really resonated with me. And let's see, the only other really major difference is, of course, Imani is a character that she was written in her 20s. Well, I'm in my early 40s, but don't tell anyone because some days I still feel like I'm 25.
I'll make sure to edit that part out.
Oh, and another major difference too. I've never actually, been an activist in the capacity that Imani has. But again, I still resonate with her struggles, with her beliefs, because we definitely share 100% the same beliefs. And that's very, very important to me.
That's excellent. As actors, what are your thoughts about audio drama's staying power once, this whole thing sort of goes away, quote unquote, and live performances are able to open back up? What do you think about this performance medium?
Personally, I think this medium will only continue to grow because once people are exposed to something that's different, it attracts an audience. And with the content that's being put out, it's going to keep that attention. And you have people that enjoy reading books. I look at myself and I look at my wife. I love watching movies. I'm a movie guy. As an actor, that's what I enjoy. She likes reading books. She likes the mental aspect of it, visualizing in her own head, the voice, the scenery, and everything based on the words. So I think that with the audio dramas, we're allowing people to take part in the experience where they can visualize, how does this person look? Where are they at during this time frame and everything like that? And it adds an element to it, just like reading an audiobook or something like that. So I don't see this going away just because theater comes back and people actually are able to go back out and see a live performance. I think it's only going to grow and continue to gain in popularity.
Cool. Jackie?
Oh, I myself, I know that I love to listen to books on tape. Like I've downloaded the Script Act app on my phone. And, there's a lot of times where traditionally I'll love to just read a good old fashioned book, but most of the time I like to listen to them. Well, my significant other, he's a big YouTube buff. So for him, everything is more audio. It's like pulling teeth to get him to actually sit down and watch a movie with me. And now it's literally to the point where, I personally, I'm beginning to kind of, forego movies in favor of just more podcasts, YouTube, just more speaking platforms. So I just think it's something that will never, ever go away.
Right. Excellent. And this is the most important question of the entire thing. How sick to death are you of Zoom?
I don't have a problem with Zoom. I think it's better than just, than being on a phone.
Yeah.
So at least with Zoom, you're able to see people. And now with a few years of teaching online and interacting with people over the computer for a couple of years now, I'm used to it. So I prefer the face-to-face, which is a lot better, but I can handle this technical aspect of it now.
Right. Jackie?
Well, as as I mentioned earlier, I had my first foray into the Zoom acting world with Mother Goose Lost, and like I said, once I released all my nerves, and I was under the wonderful tutelage of the director and the rest of the cast, and kind of guide me through it. I was like, hey, this is cool. I kind of like this Zoom. And a bonus, I realized, I'm like, oh, I can download it on my phone, even if I don't have the computer available. But then I'm like, oh, wait. I'm like, well, I thought to myself, well, the one downside is that, okay, what if the dog walks in? What if I, but then I was like, wait a minute, I can still get up and move around.
No,
no,
I'm in agreement with you guys. I just know that there's a lot of people who are getting Zoom fatigue, but I think that it's a great thing. I mean, we wouldn't have been able to do any of the stuff that we've done without that technology, and I'm really happy about it, and I'm really appreciative to both of you for taking part in this project. It's been great to put this together, and both of you are awesome, and I just want to thank both of you for doing this and for taking the time to answer these questions. And yeah.
No, thank you so much for even casting me. This has been wonderful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunity. This was fantastic.
It was honestly our pleasure. Thank you for listening to this special trailer for Breakz, the first installment of Eclectic Full Contact Theater's half-hour audio hour anthology series. If you want to find out more about Breakz or any of EFCT's other podcasts, head over to eclectic-theater.com and sign up for our mailing list. Or you can head over to our host site at redcircle.com/shows/half-hour-audio-hour, where you can make a direct donation to help support the amazing artists who contribute to this podcast. Thanks again, and see you on January 10th.